All right, today we're going to open up what I like to call the Artist's Digital Toolkit.
So if you're an artist, I bet you've asked yourself this question a million times, right? With all the noise online, how in the world does your art actually find its people? It can feel totally overwhelming, kind of like you're just shouting into the void.
But here's the thing, the real secret isn't trying to be everywhere at once. Nope, it's all about building your very own strategic digital toolkit. Think of it this way, it's about precision, not just presence. Okay, so let's really dive into this. We're going to completely reframe how you think about social media. Forget the endless, mindless scroll. I want you to start thinking of each platform as a specialized tool, a tool designed for a very specific job in your career as an artist.
First up, let's talk about maybe the most important part of your kit, the visual gallery. This is your main showcase, right? It's that digital space where your finished work gets to really, truly shine.
And this is where it gets interesting. Take a look at how we're breaking down the job of each platform. We've got Instagram, Pinterest, and Behance. Now, at first glance, they're all visual, right? But for an artist, what they do is completely different. So let's break that down.
So let's start with Instagram. Think of it as your daily portfolio, but also your behind-the-scenes hub. It's just perfect for sharing those beautiful, high-quality images of your finished work, but it's also where you can bring your audience in closer with things like process videos and daily stories.
So how do you actually master this tool? Well, it really boils down to 4 key steps. First, you've got to craft a compelling bio that really shows off your personality and, this is crucial, has a link to your website or your shop. Second, post consistently. Mix it up with high-quality photos and videos of your creative process. Third, engagement is everything. You have to reply to comments, answer your DMs. And finally, number 4, use relevant art hashtags to get discovered. Things like hashtag contemporary art, hashtag artist, or whatever really fits your niche.
Okay, moving on to the next tool in our gallery section, Pinterest. And this is not just another place to dump your photos. Think of it as your digital inspiration board. Its whole job is to help people discover your work by letting you organize it into these really cool thematic collections.
And here's how you do it right. You're going to want to create thematic boards. Things like watercolors or digital portraits. Always use high-quality, eye-catching images. But here's the real pro tip. You have to write keyword-rich descriptions. That is how Pinterest's search engine connects your beautiful art with people who are literally searching for it.
All right, so we've got the art showcased. Awesome. Now what about building the audience? This brings us to the next section of our toolkit, the Community Hub. And these tools are designed specifically for building a loyal following.
The main players here are going to be Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And as you can see, each one has a totally different main job. Facebook is amazing for building a deep community. Twitter is great for those quick updates and chats. And TikTok is all about showcasing your process. It's not about just shouting into the void. It's about finding the right way to start a real conversation.
Let's talk Facebook. Its real strength is being your community building center. Now, the absolute key here is to use a dedicated artist page, not your personal profile. This is what lets you create those organized photo albums, join specialized art groups to share your work, and really connect with a much, much broader audience.
And then we have TikTok. Oh man, this is your process and personality showcase. It is such a powerful tool for reaching a huge audience. You do it by sharing these short, super engaging videos that reveal the magic behind how you create. It's way less about the finished, static piece, and so much more about the dynamic, messy, beautiful act of creation itself. And you know what? Winning on TikTok is way simpler than you might think. It's really just 3 things. 1, showcase what makes your process unique. People absolutely love seeing how the sausage is made, so to speak. 2, jump on trending sounds and music. It's a huge boost for visibility. And 3, engage directly with comments from viewers. That interaction, that's what turns a casual viewer into a real fan.
Okay, so you've got your art out there, you're building an audience. Now it's time to level up and advance your career. So let's open the final compartment of our toolkit, the professional network.
And this is a really important distinction to make. Both of these tools are for professional networking, but they have totally different targets. You're going to use LinkedIn to connect with the institutional art world. We're talking gallerists, museum curators, cultural organizations. Behance, on the other hand, is much more of a specialized network for connecting with potential clients and fellow creatives who might want to hire you or collaborate.
So to really make LinkedIn work for you, your profile basically needs to be your professional resume. You want to detail your entire artistic career, list all your exhibitions and any awards you've won.
Share updates on new projects to show you're active and working, and then strategically connect with those industry professionals. It's really your formal handshake with the art world.
So we've covered all the tools, right? But look, a great toolkit is pretty useless if you don't know how to use it properly. And that brings us to what I call your master's techniques. These are the universal principles that'll bring you success on any platform.
First up, and this is a big one, your brand is your signature. What does that mean? It means your unique, artistic style and your voice need to be crystal clear and totally consistent, no matter where you are online. When someone sees your post, they should know instantly, oh, that's them. Next, consistency creates connection. And this is so important. You have to post new stuff regularly, whether that's daily or just a few times a week, whatever you can actually manage. That's what keeps your audience engaged. It gives them a reason to come back for more.
And finally, here's the principle that ties it all together. Interaction fuels loyalty. Seriously, don't just post and ghost. When you respond to comments and messages, you make your followers feel seen and valued. And that's how you transform them from just a passive audience into a real, genuine community.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's actually pretty simple. Don't just post randomly. You have to be strategic. Think of it like a journey. You're going from creating your art, to building an audience, to fostering a community, and finally, to building a career. For each step of that journey, you got to choose the right tool for the job. So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge to get you started. Take a look at this new toolkit we've just built. What is the very first piece of art you're going to share, and which specific tool you're going to use to do it?